Oh shit, I did the super! Oh, that was tight. Oh, that was tight. Alright, well, I guess I'm starting the video there, because I wanted to start from here. Hello. Welcome back to more Melty Blood. I was just kind of speedrunning my way back to a point where I could possibly diverge. I'm planning to win this fight against Sion, and then lose versus CL. Checks notes. Oh, shout out to Stray Encounter for the route help, because now I'm going to go to ending M again, like I did last time, but this time from beating Sion. So you can get there two ways. From losing, like I did before, then I ended up there, and now I'm going to get there from winning. So we'll see how that changes things. Last ending was pretty bad for Sion. She went even further Dead Apostle, which was really cool, by biting Wallachia, aka Tatari. Shiki saw that shit, and you know, they had a fight at the very end. We saw her with her red eyes, and you know, even in our first ending she was still like, you know, dying, but the whole thing with her fighting, her like feeling as a human through what she found with Shiki was like, at least carried her through the first time. Last time was like, oh, it could have been if only you won the first fight, scrub. So I don't know. Not being a scrub this time, as you can see, I landed my first super, so I don't suck as much as I did last time. That's the goal. And yeah, we're gonna keep things going. Another thing I was told, that apparently, along with Akia last time, even Nero and Vampire Sion had unlimited meter. So, yeah. But none were more powerful than Akia, which is hilarious. I at least like that part. She whooped the shit out of everyone last time, but... Alright, let's keep going. Well, actually, we know all this part after he wins, so let's skip to the CL fight. Oh boy. We'll go with Shiki this time. And I guess I'll lose against the best girl. I don't mind this. I really don't. Okay, lost to CL. Well, this is the first time this has happened, so let's see how this is different, at least.
You certainly gave me a good fight, but this is the end of the line. Sion Eltnam, you are under arrest by order of the church. Any further resistance will be dangerous to your health.
Now I'm really curious how this ending is gonna turn out, because it's going through the same node, but beating her like really opens up Sion, like as far as with Shiki. So, but now like getting back to this, I mean, we don't run into Akia by this point is the thing, so yeah, that's a big deal. So
no, please wait, Senpai. Sion was just trying to find a cure for vampirism. I don't know everything that is going on, but it would be wrong to take her away forcefully. You are the one who is wrong. The charge against Sion Eltnam is no small matter. Sion, you don't want to get innocent civilians mixed up in this. Return to Atlas quietly. I cannot do that. Disappearing quietly is your style, Agent. Foolishness. You mean to continue your useless resistance? Yes. If you come near me again, I can't guarantee Shiki's safety.
Whoa.
Huh?
What? Shiki's like, what?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. Oh, just what I said. CL, if you do not leave at once, I will burn up Shiki's brain. The artificial nervous system implanted in Shiki, my ether light, is connected to me through my bracelet. I can destroy his brain at any time if you do not agree to leave me alone.
Damn, pulling that card again. I mean, it makes sense.
Ether light. I've heard of that before. I thought it sounded familiar, but the name Eltnam is related to that man. Typical of Atlas.
Oh.
I'll accept this temporarily. You should not speak of knowledge gained from Roa. I am different from that man you speak of.
Oh, I see.
But we are getting ahead of ourselves. This ether light is connected to Shiki's brain. Before you could stop me, his brain would be fried.
I guess that's how CL knows, through her, because she was Roa, so through that knowledge, probably knew him, or was associated to whatever extent. We know, like, as far as the eternity they stopped was pretty similar, so yeah, maybe makes sense Roa would know of that.
But we are getting ahead of ourselves. This ether line is connected to Shiki's brain. Before you could stop me, his brain would be fried.
Sion, you...
I see. So you enlisted him for purposes of using him as a hostage all along. Of course, he's my bargaining chip with the forces in this town. If you are willing to go that far, then it cannot be helped. Sorry, Tono-kun. Please try and make the best of a bad situation.
Thanks, yo.
Senpai? You agreed to cooperate with Sion Eltham, so you brought this on yourself. Well, it is probably good policy to stay in the good graces of the one who could fry your brain, Tono-kun. Ooh, Senpai, you've really said it now.
I mean, yeah, makes sense. It's like, well, good luck, buddy.
It would be easy if it was this simple, though. Unfortunately, I cannot believe all of that, Sion Eltham. Certainly you would turn him into a vegetable if I tried anything. No matter what I did, I could not stop you. However, it would not be anything that could not be healed. After I brought you down, I could simply heal him.
Wow, could heal even that?
But your control over him is different. I cannot win as long as Tono-kun is restrained. In the worst case, I could not even escape. It's not impossible for us to start over here. Certainly I received an order to arrest Sion Eltham, but it is just one of many orders. My priority mission is to deal with a dead apostle that is hiding somewhere in this town. I cannot deal with your case after that mission is over, so...
Yeah, in the end, of course, comes back to that. Makes sense. Dead apostle hiding in this town. Senpai, so you're looking into the rumored vampire after all? And at this point, it might all be duplicate, but we'll see.
The church has decided to investigate, and the job of eliminating it has fallen to me. That mission takes precedence over her arrest. However, do not think there will be a second time. I will not let you off next time. Okay? By then, please cut your ties with her.
She means it.
Really, Tono-kun, even though you already have so many loose ends, you voluntarily stick your neck out for even more.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Senpai seems to have let us go.
A wise move. If she tried to force the issue, the cost in terms of time and effort would be greatly damaging to efficiency.
I like the way Seo handled that. Even just coming down to, well, you did this to yourself, Shiki.
What is it, Shiki? You seem like you wish to say something.
Sion, was what you said really true? You're connected to my head?
Oh yeah,
now you know that in this scenario.
It's not exactly like that. The ether light, the artificial nervous system, is simply linked with your nervous system. It will not cause any problems with your brain.
Because yeah, when she beats him, she just straight up tells you, this is what I've done to you, this is how it's gonna be. But she had to pull out the trump card. Either way, in this case.
That's not what I meant. Why did you do that? I did it so I could locate you when I needed you, and to get information from you.
And what about your threat? Could you really burn out my brain?
Yes, it would take some work, but the chances of success are very high.
That pisses me off. This isn't exactly what you call a cooperative relationship.
You're right. I understand how you feel, but that is why I decided not to tell you.
You deliberately hid this?
Yes, I thought you might refuse to cooperate if you knew, and I didn't want to lose a valuable partner. I decided it was best to conceal it.
I see. You just certainly know everything about what I would do.
Of course, but it is a last resort. If I did use it, there would be no going back. I understand if you want to part ways here. You are free to return if you wish. Shiki, if you have something to say, just say it.
Sion, you knew I would be angry, but that's because you knew it was something wrong.
Not at all. It is the best course of action, so I do not think it is wrong.
Stare. Stare.
It's not that she's good at lying, she simply cannot tell them.
That's okay, let's just drop it. She is such an open book. But especially after you beat her. But that's the thing, like, because we lost to Seo and this has come out, like, she had to reveal that as, like, part of her bargaining chip with Seo to get her to back off. And just be like, well, here's my priority. Good luck, Shiki. We still end up at M from this, so maybe this is, like, the rift that still causes you to end up there. But, you know, even though Akia here is still, like, a big change, but yeah, I'm thinking that's, like, why. But yeah, Sion just cannot handle it.
Let's just forget about what happened earlier. Well, it was a pretty good plan after all.
Huh?
I'm saying you were right. It might really have been the best course of action after all. With your bluff, you were able to drive Senpai away. Wrong, it was not a threat. I was not lying earlier. I really was...
Yeah. Stupid. At times like this, you should just go with it. You should just say yes like you normally do, Sion.
Yes, if you say so, Shiki.
It wasn't a lie, but... Shiki's cool with it, but we'll see what happens.
Alright, then that's how we'll look at it. But I have a few things to ask you, and I don't want you leaving out the details.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it seems fine for now. Just gonna get some info here. Alright, Senpai said you were a wanted criminal. What's that about? Aren't you just researching a cure for vampirism? As you say, I'm just researching a cure for vampirism, but that went against the doctrine of Atlas. The Magi Association I belong to makes no exceptions for breaking its precepts. In my research, I had to do just that. That is why they are after me. Breaking its precepts? Sion, did you kill someone in your experiments? Yeah, this is definitely different. Of course not. The Atlas Academy only has one precept. The results of one's research are not to be shared with anyone other than the researcher. But I could not complete my research with just Atlas resources alone. I needed the help of other associations. I traveled to them and traded my research for theirs. To Atlas, that is an unforgivable sin. I knew they were chasing me, but it is surprising they even went so far as to reach an agreement with the church. Then again, I have been out of touch for half a year. What you're saying is your school doesn't permit you to study abroad? I don't think we knew that half a year detail. Yes, you could put it that way. By doing so, I have been branded a traitor. A traitor? Isn't that a little much? Senpai was pretty serious. I couldn't imagine why. But your explanation about breaking the rules makes sense. Still, why did you have to go so far if you knew what kind of trouble you'd get into? There was no other way. If I stayed in Atlas, I couldn't finish my research on vampires. Staying would have been a mistake. I must find a cure for vampirism by any means necessary. Sion X? Well then I guess it can't be helped. Sion's really not the type to back down. Alright, well let's get started finding Arcueid then. Yeah, I gotta find out what's going on with Sion this time. She's like a vampire and everything. Eh? Well, Sion, you said you need Arcueid's help to complete your research, right? So you have to hurry up and talk to her. I promised you that I'd see this through to the end. You mean maybe I cannot say it directly, that you still plan on helping me? Yeah. But I used you as a shield, and if I decided it's the best course of action again, there's no way you can stop me from doing it. Even knowing that, it's alright. It would be tough for me to find the rumored vampire without you, Sion. Shiki's too good, man. Man, that's really got me wondering, like, what's... Yes, I understand, Shiki. Well, our partnership is renewed. Ah, that's right. Because, yeah, it's all good now, so... It's probably not what I said earlier, then. Partners usually shake hands to mark the occasion, but we kind of skipped that part. Here. Put her there. Yeah, a handshake. Maybe we should do that, Sion. Open, close. Sion, you're just opening and closing your hand. Maybe you think my hand is dirty or something? Open, close, open, close. Stops. Shiki. What is it? Did I do something wrong? There's no need for you to touch me excessively. I may be on the run from Atlas, but I am still the successor of the House of Eltnam. In the future, please bear that in mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. The operation will commence at once, in the daytime. In the daytime I can gather information on my own, but at night we are better off patrolling the town together. Open, close. That was cute, but... She had to put the wall up at the last second. Alright. I will not be able to do anything if I find the true ancestor alone, and it would be dangerous for you if you encountered the rumored vampire alone. Slow down there, Sion. I need to rest a little from that fight. Alright. Well, they're good. For now. You know, we'll see. Ah, still no results. I returned to my bed. 3 hours since Shiki and I patrolled the town, but we didn't get any results and we promised to meet up again before we left. Shiki's mission during the day is to find and speak to the true ancestor, and instead I have to go around town and gather information. Egg Moon. Oh, here we go. Back to E. And to H and M, and we'll see what the dealio is this time. I'm very curious. Cry out, you flies. Alice's insanity. Alright. Gonna sip some water. You should too. Posture check. A dream. I'm working with Shiki to find the vampire. The same goals, different goals. Shiki's circle, my circle. The centers are far from each other, but there are places where they overlap, our vague, mixed promise. That I am watching. He said we were partners. Partner, cohort. Someone the same age as I, someone whose goals are similar to my own. Does that make us friends? The two of us are hunting the vampire together. Shiki is working with me. I also wish to help him.
Until now, I never dreamed of these kinds of things. That's why this is a dream. All this is transient, the product of my sleeping imagination. When I awake, Shiki and I will be back to being strangers. God damn it. I wait for that time. That is my goal now, my final destination. But if the dream continues until then, maybe it would be something good. Don't give me hope. Oh, back in Atlas. The name Eltnum, something of a scar on the face of Atlas. We're gonna get the Eltnum backstory here. Awe, loathing, avoidance, criminal. No one said that, but that's how I was viewed. A family known for their long devotion to alchemy. Once considered distinguished nobility, respected figures who commanded great influence. When did that all change? But by the time I was born, the House of Eltnum was ruined. Our distinguished family name was ignored. The primary cause of this was that 3 generations ago, the House of Eltnum broke the rule of Atlas, so yeah. I'm not sure if this is the same, but we'll keep going. Like, fully the same, I mean. The secondary cause was that the other alchemists feared our methods. I think there were many reasons. I simply continued to be the perfect student to defend the pride of Eltnum. I didn't care how others viewed me. I took pride in my pride. I endeavored to become the best possible alchemist. I became a leader of the other students. I treated others fairly. I took on additional responsibilities. I excelled in all the literary and military arts taught at Atlas. I believe it. When we got this before, or when it talked about like the Eltnum family, like in this CG and all that, it also delved into like the details of like her method and stuff and like what exactly they did and why they feared it and whatnot. But this is cool. This is like a broader context of how things were for her. I hid my dark feelings deep inside while I played the bright honor student. There you go. The people around me could never tell. They treated me as the perfect student I wanted them to see. I caught the eye of the Academy president and achieved the ultimate honor of being named the next director. Okay, so that's how it went down, exactly. Okay. In the future of Sion Eltnum, there was no darkness. If I avoided trouble and things went well for me, the stain on the House of Eltnum might well be erased with my generation. Despite that, I strayed from my path. Even though there were no problems, they couldn't resist me, only ignore me. As the successor of Eltnum, there was no doubting my abilities. I like the way Nasu wrote that. They couldn't resist me, only ignore me. My future was not a problem. No reason at all. None that I could see. But still, I was trapped by my own doubts. With most questions, I could calculate some kind of solution, but I couldn't solve the problem of myself. Wow. That's good. Like, with the way, like, they approach things in mind, like, running all the possibilities, and that's the ultimate one right there. Damn. Moment by moment, the subtle gap between myself and others was increasing. Unnoticed, my burden had grown heavier. My disguise as the perfect student peeled away. It's just making me feel even worse about the last ending. But I like that, man. That is... It's important to like fleshing out her. Because I think that most concisely so far just stated her whole problem. Like, especially the way it said that. Like, could not solve the problem of myself. Like, that's so good. Poor Sion. Hot. I awoke the sunshine hot enough to burn my skin. A little past noon. My body still needs sleep and I haven't even fully recovered yet. Not good. My mission during the day is to collect data. I have to keep my promise, for the sake of my partner who just nodded like it was nothing after I did all that to him. This heat certainly is harsh. I touch my palm absently. It is regretful, but I cannot reproduce the sensation of Shiki's hand. Wow. Wow. All the same, the feeling from last night has not faded. Okay, so... Got you. Like, when she was opening and closing, it was around her hand. I thought she was, like, doing it in front of her. Like, she didn't, like, shake hands. What? She just kept opening and closing her hand over his hand. I see. Makes more sense. Damn. All the same, the feeling from last night has not faded. Shiki's hand was so big compared to mine. I knew men's and women's body types were different, but I didn't realize just how different.
And having a conversation with someone my own age for the first time, like it was nothing. Ever since I came to this country, it's been nothing but the unexpected. A promise, huh? I no longer need to gather information on Tatari, but since Shiki said he needed some, I have to gather some. Pull my heavy body up and get back to work. I only need to do one thing. Go into town and research the rumors of the people. It would be nice if this ends up helping Shiki. Wow. Well, I know he will be grateful no matter what the outcome is. Tonoshiki is an amazingly friendly person. His reactions are so fresh, they make me want to see him happy. Oh my god, the thump thump. Oh wait, that's pain. I feel nauseous. Everything turns red and I may collapse if this keeps up. Not good. Right now I have to gather information. Just solely for the promise. She even, like, admits, like, I don't need to do this. Like, I already know, but I promise, so hopefully it helps him. Because she is in the super caring about Shiki. Which is good, but still worried about how this might turn out. But we'll see. We'll see. Winning the first time might be just exactly what we needed to get to the good of where we ended up last time. You know, we'll see. In my current state, I can't even use thought partitioning, but I must complete my mission. We learned about that last time. That was really cool. Got a lot more details last time. Last route. No signs of life on the road. I walk toward the town with the sun's rays beating down around me. My body is in pain, but not my mind. As much as I can, I have to gather information from this ghost town. That sun eating at her, man. That limited time. But we'll see. It is 10 minutes before our promised meeting time. Like yesterday, Sion arrives punctually. Good evening, Shiki. Hey, I knew you'd be on time, Sion. This music feels way too intense for the situation, but we'll see. Yes, we did agree on the meeting time after all, so I would not be late. Sion doesn't look so good. She didn't look too good yesterday either, but her energy seems to be fading day by day. Yeah, Shiki notices. Damn. Sion, are you okay? You look like you're overdoing it. There's no need to worry. Management of one's own body is a basic skill for alchemists. More importantly, have you found anything out about the true ancestor, Shiki? About that. I couldn't catch her today either. I think she may be deliberately avoiding me. I expected as much. Huh? What do you mean by that, Sion? I cannot say for sure, but the true ancestor will not appear before you until these rumors about a vampire cease. Perhaps it is better this way. What are you going to do, Shiki? I tried to contact her. She went back to her room at least once. She should be in the park. The park? That is where she has been witnessed the most, right? Okay, so Ark in the park is probably going to happen again. Ark in the park? Witnessed by who? The people of this town. I tried gathering information on a rumored vampire today, but that was on people's minds. But what was on people's minds was actually the true ancestor. They say that the one responsible for the vampire murders last year was a woman with golden hair. They say that the serial killer actually is a vampire. They say the one who's been attacking people recently lurks in the park. Well, yep, that's the model. What is that? If Arcuate is the source of these rumors, then they can't be believed, right? Of course, they are just rumors after all. But if rumors converge, then they become real. Yep. But she isn't going to tell all about that yet, I guess. The true ancestor seems to be walking around town aimlessly. That is why the rumors about her are increasing. There are also rumors about a girl with red hair searching for her prey. Oh, fuck. Girl with red hair. That is just what was said. At any rate, the rumors indicate that the true ancestor is the serial killer. Please act accordingly, Shiki. Got it. Anyway, let's go to the park for now, Sion. We can probably meet up with Arcuate. That is true. It might be better to have a painful experience at least once. Did you say something? Yes, but I was merely thinking aloud. Let's go to the park, Shiki. Weird. Feels weird. The moment we reach the park, I feel something wrong. The smell of blood is overpowering. We run into the depths of the park, fighting our way through the thick night air to find... What? There she is. Under the pale moon, above the countless corpses above the ground dyed with blood, Arcuate stands before us. Despite being a failure, this could almost pass as the real thing. Glancing at the moon overhead, Arcueid laughs amusedly. There's something strange in the air. Without a doubt that is Arcueid, but there's something slightly different, something not quite right with her. At last you're here. Shiki, you call someone and you don't even meet them on time. Not to mention when you finally arrive, you're with some other woman. I'm starting to get ticked off. She giggles. The pressure builds in the air around us, the abnormality almost overwhelming. I start to lose my self-control, just like Akiya does when she is drunk. Great, great comparison for this tension. Arcueid, this is... What, this? Because you were so late, I wanted to have a little fun. So I trapped 5 or 6 people here and played around with them. But you don't need to worry. I didn't drink their blood. I won't do anything that makes me lose control like drinking blood. You... What, you're upset? Then I'm sorry, but I did hold back, you know? But humans are so frail, and they just died after I petted them. Rather than being enjoyable, it stressed me out even more. No, Shiki, that is not the true ancestor. Outright saying it. Oh, it's you of all people, Sion. You two know each other? No, we just met, but this is the second time we ran into each other, right, Sion Eltnam Atlasia? Shiki, this is the vampire that has been stalking the town. Looking at her in this situation, there's no other explanation. What? No, that's wrong. That has to be wrong. Because Arcueid would never... This is not Arcueid Brunstad. Is that not right, Arcueid Brunstad? What? Yeah, I'm really not Arcueid. I'm just an Arcueid, Shiki. Oh, got it. Is this confusing you? Would it be easier to understand if I said I was a fake Arcueid? A fake? I can understand that, but you... A fake is not exactly correct, because it really is Arcueid Brunstad. It's just a Arcueid. In the first place, that dead apostle, Tatari, cannot be described of in terms of real and fake. It is just a manifestation of rumors about a sinister vampire. After 3 years, it's still the same old thing, but I don't mind that about you. After all, you were probably antagonized by what happened. But I'm happy you're chasing after me, though. Yes, it really was a good idea to let you live. If your intent is self-destruction, then you are correct. I came here to stop you, Tatari. I may not be able to make you disappear totally, but I can at least stand in your way. Dummy, you think you can maintain your sanity with me as you did before? Then I'll make it easier on you. It really would have been okay to make you my next, but you do not compare to the body of this true ancestor. You really do have the worst timing. I guess she had good timing last time. She just took Tatari for herself last time. Straight bit into them. Shiki. What are you doing, Shiki? Are you getting in my way? Hey now, that's not it, you idiot. I'm not getting in your way. For saying something like that while looking like Arcueid, I'll just dismantle you. Ooh, 17 pieces. Let's go, baby. Oh, for a human, you're pretty bloodthirsty. I wonder if I should allow you to keep boasting so much. Fine, I'll play with you. Since it's you, Shiki, it should be a lot of fun. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Be cool. Her voice is so adorable. Alright. Oh, I'm getting whooped. These combos are not adorable. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I like. Dodge out of the way. Ah, the whiff punish. Oh, fuck. Ooh, that low. Eat this. I like this move. Hold on. Wait, hold on. There it is. Dude, the full screen grab with quarter circle back C. That shit is nutty. I forget exactly what that move is called. All the moves have such cool names. For my Tsukihime brain. I'm like, that's cool. Okay. I'll try to do the I'm eating it. Ooh, got the grab. Ooh, sweep the leg. Ooh, nice. She's my super. Oh, God. I want to use my super so bad. There it is. Ooh. No, I did the EXC. Oh, my God. Okay, I'll take it. No, I think that was the EX Z move. I'll straight up the EX C move. Because, yeah, I think because I input forward and then I tried to do half circle forward C. It, like, I guess I did the fucking No, what the fuck? Yeah, like the left, right, down, back, down, forward. I don't know. The Z input, because I'm pretty sure that's the move, right? Damn. Did we do it? Oh man, for you to beat me not fully formed as I am. What a false start. Shiki, you really are unbelievable. But it's all pointless, Shiki. Killing me is meaningless. And you know, you shouldn't really show off your toy like that so early. I can kill nobody like you in a flash if you let me in on your secret. You don't have to say it. I'm well aware of that already. Oh really? That's good. I'll see you two later. I'll kill you right away next time. God, no more importantly, Sion. Sion, are you okay? Don't touch me. But I said don't touch me. There's no need to worry, as that thing is gone now. If you say so, aren't you hurt? There's nothing you need to think about. You should put your priority on the vampire, correct? Maybe you're right. Then I have a question. Who was that Arcueid just now? You both used the term fake, but it really was Arcueid. He used Arcueid's face and killed 5 people. Huh? Huh? No bodies, right? It really was nothing more than scattered trash, but from far away, it could look like dead bodies. But why? I know there were dead bodies and there was even the smell of blood. A hallucination. Were you not influenced by the rumor that a killer is in the park? That was the true ancestor from before. No, the dead apostle Tatari, to be more precise. That Arcueid was Tatari? Yes, the dead apostle who can make rumors turn into reality, the vampire clad in the shape of rumors. There are strange rumors spreading through this town. False information that feels real is passed between people. The moment a rumor becomes widespread, Tatari appears. No, you can say it occurs. Tatari cannot exist independently. It is like a mirage rising from people's fermented uneasiness. Sorry, but I'm a bit at sea right now. A little in the ocean? I do not know what you mean, but let's disregard that. Simply put, the dead apostle Tatari does not have a form of its own. Only taking form when rumors become so real that no one doubts them. People of this town began to believe that the killer is a woman with blonde hair. And since you knew Arcueid Brunstad, you denied the rumor, yet feared it was true. The convergence of rumors in what you knew. As they mixed, Tatari became Arcueid Brunstad. Man, it always comes from Shiki, huh? The Tatari before was a fake true ancestor, yet was the true ancestor at the same time. At least for you, it was reality. Were you not thinking how bad it would be if the true ancestor drank blood like a vampire? You were not thinking that the vampire in this town was a fake true ancestor. Tatari thus became what you feared, the true ancestor who became just like a vampire. What do you mean? That just because I was anxious that appeared? I get why she doesn't, but man, would so much change if she just was upfront with all this. The meaning of Tatari is a curse. People destroy themselves with the blind belief of the curse they themselves created. Tatari is a dead apostle who continues existing by becoming the uneasiness of others. As Tatari is the embodiment of their uneasiness, they cannot resist it, can only have their blood sucked. It appears Tatari is not yet fully formed. Your anxiety was not sufficient enough for it to be a widespread rumor. I kind of understand now. So you mean Tatari has the same powers as whatever people imagine it to have? And what happens if people think about something other than Arcueid? You would of course become that instead. Tatari does not have a true form of its own, so it will take that form before it appears. In the past, Tatari once became a divine beast as large as a mountain. What? Sorry, what? But that is only because many more people feared the darkness back then. In the current age, Tatari will not become anything that strong. I see. However, if Tatari is able to become the true ancestor, then it will certainly reach that level. Really? Well, certainly an unrestrained Arcueid would be invincible. Wow, what would happen then? Simple. If Tatari occurs fully, it will destroy everything around it. No matter what exact shape Tatari takes, it will be the realization of people's fears. Those that fear something cannot resist it. Man, I understand that, but why was Tatari able to use just my uneasiness? If people simply do not have to be uneasy, then all I have to do is not think that Arcueid is the vampire, right? No, that would only affect you internally. Tatari's goal is to become the worst possible thing to be imagined in the area, so it is very likely that it will use you. That's what I'm saying. Why me? You are the one most connected with the true ancestor. Because you stand in the true ancestor's favor, this town is highly regarded. I love the way that every time that she's had to say this to Shiki, she just blushes and gets embarrassed. You... True ancestor's favor? Isn't that a strange way of putting it? Perhaps I did try to choose the right words. Anyway, think what you want, but why does that make me highly regarded by Tatari? Sion's adorable.
Because you know the true ancestor very well. What's more, you really do know a lot about vampires. Even if it cannot take advantage of your uneasiness about the true ancestor, you still have uneasiness about vampires.
Uneasiness about vampires? Like Nero still being alive, or maybe a fight between Ciel-senpai and Akia, or, yo, don't let your imagination run wild.
Yes, those possibilities are also high. Curses work more on the principle of changing things which exist, rather than creating something out of nothing. Please think of Tatari as a sort of dead apostle who uses curses as familiars.
Crazy. In a situation, wouldn't it simply be easier for Tatari to take possession of the true ancestor and start rampaging rather than truly becoming a rampaging true ancestor?
Furthermore, the strength of your uneasiness is much stronger than anyone else's. As you have seen vampires many times before, a regular person's imagination pales in comparison.
Then even though we defeated Tatari, it could just reappear as Ciel-senpai or Akia?
That possibility exists. The worst case would be Tatari becoming the true ancestor, but the rumors are still growing. There is still time for Tatari to appear as a dead apostle. The Tatari from before was simply an experiment using the rumors here. So if you think not of the true ancestor but of a vampire who was once human, Tatari might shift to that.
That's pretty inconvenient. In other words, it falls on me to decide.
Because Tatari uses your imagination, but what decides is really this town. There are many people afraid of what is happening.
I see. You really know a lot about this. It's almost as if you specialized in this.
Yes, because this makes it the second time I have seen Tatari.
Oh, I see. That's why you know so. Wait. Second time? Sion, you fought that?
Yes, 3 years ago. The time and place of Tatari's occurrence was random. There was an attempt to conceal it. I answered the church's request to suppress Tatari and fought against it.
The church's request? But if Tatari is here, then that means it failed?
Yes, both the attempts to suppress it and even our attempts to defend against it. The church did not understand what Tatari was.
I mean, who could ever? What a bonkers, dead apostle. Holy shit.
Even though I warned them it was not something that could be destroyed, they only carried their normal conceptual weapons.
Just the normal ones.
Just like you did just now, they defeated Tatari many times, but it was meaningless. Tatari is like a natural phenomenon.
And even the conceptual weapons, man. Couldn't do it. Because yeah, like she just said, defeating him doesn't matter.
No matter how many times it is defeated, it can occur again once certain conditions are met.
A natural phenomenon occurring once certain conditions are met? You mean like rain or snow?
Yes, even if storm clouds were dispersed to prevent a windstorm, they would no doubt occur again. But this typhoon does not occur that often. The conditions are rather complicated.
A dead apostle that will continue occurring as long as the world occurs? That's just like Roa, existing through others. I really like the comparison of Zeppia or Wallachia or Tatari, whatever, to well, I guess it's not Zeppia anymore, right? That's the point. But the comparison to Roa, you know, especially even with what Ciel said earlier. Though I'm not sure exactly what Ciel meant by saying the name Eltnum is related to Roa. I don't know if it was said before, what involvement they might have had with each other, other than the fact that they both sought eternity in their various ways. That's interesting though. But yeah, nothing. So what exactly are these conditions?
Generally speaking, there are 4 of them. 1, there needs to be a rumor about an individual, preferably an extension of something human. This is not necessarily a minimum rule. That is what Tatari desires. Tatari wasn't originally human, so it cannot move without human intelligence. 2, the extent of this legend must be somewhat socially isolated. It is hard to spread a rumor uniformly across a large area, that is why Tatari normally occurs in isolated villages.
Okay, that's 2.
It helps to have something which occurred earlier to base it on, like in this town. 3, there must be one or several witnesses in the place where the rumor is spreading. There are varied ways of being a witness, such as knowing the basis of the rumor like you or those people in town who spread it. The rumor must have a terminal point. Usually it begins with one person and floods forth from there. In some rare instances, there are those who guide the rumors intentionally to form Tatari according to their own thoughts. Probably they are on the same wavelength as Tatari. Those people do not have any ill intentions but whether themselves why things turn out the way they thought. 4, the place where the rumors begin must be determined beforehand by Tatari. And the realization of people's anxiety can only be hatched for one evening. That is the limit of that conception.
The night of Wallachia.
Tatari is a reality marble. It is impossible for it to occur for longer than one evening. Everything was explained to the Knights of the Church 3 years ago, but they did not listen. From the very beginning, they only believed one thing, and that was not to consider the explanation worth believing. What kind of... why the fuck would they not believe that? Like, of all people, the Knights of the Church, like, there's crazy shit. And if you're on, like, that side and know that shit like this exists, I'll be honest, it is arguably the craziest thing. Like, not even just among dead apostles, like, it's pretty nutty. Like, a phenomenon, like, these criteria, like, you know, crazy. I'll admit that, but it's like, still, like, you wouldn't heed that. The result was the death of all the villagers and the annihilation of the knights. Ree's wife, the leader, let me escape, but she did not survive herself. And I was not able to escape either. I was only able to survive because Tatari took pity on me. You survived because it took pity on you? Then you mean you had your blood sucked, Sion? Ah, there you go, Shiki. He also, like, figured it out last time as well. But Shiki is always sharp. I see. Then what happened earlier makes sense. The outer form may have been Arcuid, but inside it was truly the dead apostle named Tatari. That's why you were unable to resist it. And that is why you are researching a way to cure vampirism. Certainly you have to continue your research at all costs. Even if you are treated like a traitor, you have to do it. You are correct. I was bitten by Tatari. 3 years ago, in the forest, Tatari caught me. Tatari is a dead apostle limited to only one generation, an abnormality that won't reproduce itself, yet it still let me live. Even though Tatari is completely a vampire, it is not a perfect dead apostle. Tatari drinks the blood of others, but even if it gives blood to others, it is unable to make others its complete subordinates. Oh, I see. The poison of its blood as a vampire is weak. That is why I am able to remain human. Interesting. I don't think that was said before, because yeah, it is interesting that she exists in the state that she does. Like, dying from it, and able to, like, go as long as she has, like, without drinking blood. Because we've seen the exact, like, extreme opposite of the spectrum. Like, with Yumizuka. Like, she already had, like, whatever predisposition she had to being a dead apostle that she just has because she got fucked. But, yeah, this is, like, the complete opposite of that. Well, thank goodness. But, yeah, it's still pretty fucked up for Sion. But it makes sense why she's able to still be this human. But this time, if it completely takes form, Tatari's influence will grow tremendously. Since Tatari never occurred in these past 3 years, I was able to remain as myself. Right, and that's why this night is so crucial to that. That's why that's her time limit, right, of course. But if Tatari occurs, I may become a full vampire. Got it, okay. I don't think that was outright said before. That may have been obvious, but for it to just be said, it's like, okay, got it. Damn. The body of a vampire is superior to that of a human's. The only saving grace is that as an alchemist, I will be able to fight better. But a superior body requires more fuel. But you can say this fuel is bad. Vampires are unable to use regular food. For vampires, the highest concentration of energy is found in the blood of their own race. Desiring blood is no more than a life function for vampires. No matter what, you cannot resist it just using reason alone. Tatari may be fully formed at any day now. Since it is this burdensome to fight Tatari before it even has occurred, I cannot say for sure how things will turn out when I face it again. Yeah, because that's the thing too, like with what was said earlier, like Tatari can't, even though it bit Sion, like it can't really make her like the subordinate, and it didn't. That's why she's able to be as human as she can and just survive this long without blood. But, you know, the influence is still there. She can't like resist it, and the limits, like, yeah. If Tatari is limited intelligence, it will not be a problem. But if it has intelligence like before, it is very likely that I will become a vampire. Tatari will not ignore me as my parent vampire. Okay. Humans who have had their blood sucked by a dead apostle cannot go against their parent. That is why you are still alive? Tatari can only occur for one night, so Shiki, please consider what will happen when I face Tatari. You mean kill you if you become a vampire? If you cannot do it, then it is best if we part here. Yo. That's what she's asking him this time, huh? Holy shit. And, no matter what, you'll still pursue Tatari? Of course, Tatari will occur before I can find a cure to vampirism. If I wish to avoid becoming a vampire, I have to dispel Tatari before I become its subordinate. Even though you can't oppose Tatari? It's not that I cannot oppose Tatari. I simply need strong willpower when I fight. So Shiki, what will you choose? I recommend that we part here. That also adds like some context to why like her giving in last time as well. Like of course it's her personal shit too. And the fact that she is dying, but yeah, that had to have been a big factor last time as well. Like that willpower. But what influences that is definitely, of course, like the ways we shift here, because we've seen it, you know. We've seen the best possible way that we've seen so far it can go, so. Why? You cooperated with me to gain information, not to help me fight Tatari. And you do not even know when I will become your enemy. If you wish to fight Tatari, it is safer to do so on your own. That makes sense, but you don't have anything more to tell me, right? Unfortunately, I have nothing more to tell you, so it is best if we part here. I get it. Then we'll do that. This shit is just depressing, man. Like we beat her, and like we're at this point, like things are out in the open, you know, but it's just sad, you know. We have more understanding of Sion's situation, at least. If you call that name at night, around and alone. Oh boy, looks like we're back in the alley. And when I came to, it was already evening. I can't believe it. I don't even remember what I did all day. No, I remember. I parted with Shiki last night. Not to see each other again later, but a true cutting of our ties. After that, my memories are vague. I pulled my exhausted body here and then slept until now. It's so heavy. I knew from the beginning it was just a dream, but I didn't want to wake up to reality. That is absurd. It is all within my calculations. Shiki discovered my connection to Tatari. That this is only the natural result. Knowing all that, I still teamed up with him. Unfortunately, I have nothing more to tell you. What was so unfortunate? Regretting something means the solution was incorrect. That is impossible. My predictions are not wrong. God damn it. More importantly, I have to go. Tatari will definitely appear tomorrow. I have to negate the rumors and fix Tatari's form. Fix his form. Yeah, if he becomes Arc again, then pretty fucked. But of course Shiki is going to show up again. But yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's not, because before I was looking at it the wrong way. Before I was like, okay, like her revealing the ether light to Shiki puts a rift there, and Shiki's like, you know, he pulls away, and like that's kind of like the barrier there. But no, it's always with her, right? It's always with her. And she still longs for it, like it's there, because she has this feeling now. Like it got established like at the beginning. Since meeting Shiki, and even like beating her like reinforces that like mega, you know. But you don't cross that threshold. Like she even just straight up cut ties there. You know? I mean before, and to be fair, before the first time, like when we quote unquote beat Tatari in his narrow form in the park, she did lie and say like, oh well, that's it, you know, gotta go, it's done. Like she did do the same thing. So she's like consistent like in that, but you know, different context, so it's like it's just sadder, you know. Oh, Sion. Why did I come here? I have no reason to anymore. This isn't good. I wasn't paying attention and I came here instinctually. But why this instinct? What was I seeking? Who was I seeking? Who was I seeking? I stopped that line of thought. You know, the plan is simple. I have to do this alone. Oh, she was hoping he would show up there? Oh my god, and he didn't. Oh, that's sad. I walk alone through town. Am I completely exhausted? I was always alone before, but I never felt lonely like this because she knows... Damn it, because she knows what it's like to not be. So now there's a void there. Before it was just nothing, but now she had it and now it's gone. So it's like, fuck. She never had it to lose before. That's real. And depressing.
As usual, no one is in town, just this sultry, oppressive night. It seems the only signs of life in this silent town are the lighted convenience stores. Down the hatch. It's hot out, so juice is always good. Hey, there he is. He had to show up. It is a little annoying, but it really is delicious. Oh, the classic anime delayed reaction. I may be hallucinating, but it feels like my thirst has been quenched for the first time in years. Yo, was that straight up? No, that was her, like, person hallucination. Oh my god. Holy shit. Dude, they are driving this home. I thought he really, like, showed up and it was just like a, you know, a cute, cheeky phrase. Let's keep going. The police box is empty. The policeman may be on patrol, but I have yet to pass one yet. So what is this police box for? Just decoration. A gun is going overboard. Well, Senpai is also a little overboard, but... me? I don't think I'm a problem, but if a policeman sees us, we might both get arrested. This person right here does stand out a bit, so if we are seen, we should just run away. What? Does he mean my clothes? I start to get a little irritated. These clothes are the only thing I allow myself to have a preference about. What is wrong with wearing these? Offending your drip? He is rude. I should warn others about him, yes. This is weird. This is so weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just sad. There are no lights on in the hotel. There are probably no customers, and it is as quiet as an abandoned ruin. I'm pretty tired, but if I went back, I wouldn't be able to sleep. You know, it is normal to sleep in your room at night, and strange not to wake during the day. I have a lot of people around who are strangely quite sharp. It is really hard to fool them. That effort is useless. Even I can see through his strange behavior. There's no way his family cannot. But playing dumb may be one of his virtues. Yeah, maybe. This is weird. And sad. I draw away from the main street. This back alley may be stagnant like the park. When I explained that, This is pointless. What am I doing? Enough already, enough already, enough already, enough already. Admit it. Admit feeling disappointed. Admit that you wanted to be friends with him as long as possible. Oh, there it is. So just admit it and come out. I feel like I'm going to collapse. So dude, like, so her own disappointment about that, and I guess her own, like, anxiousness and fear of that, of, like, that she, like, fearing the friendship she didn't get to have with Shiki is why she was seeing him everywhere, and he was just making, like, you know, this friendly Shiki on-brand conversation, right? Because that's weighing on her super hard, like, now. Because she just cut ties there. And it's like, oh, I've always been alone, so why do I feel more lonely now? It's because she had that, and now he's, like, gone. So it's like, that started, like, to manifest, I guess, by way of, like, Tatari and shit. That's crazy. My throat is so parched. As soon as I admitted to wanting the friend I parted with, I started to feel nauseous. My neck hurts. My punctured nerves start to pulse as if trying to burst forth from that wound that I know healed long ago. My throat is so dry. As if my heart rose to my throat, it pounds faster, quicker, demandingly. I came here guided by my nausea and pain. As I come here, they gradually lessen. And here... Can't understand. Straight to the parent. No, everyone clings to what they desire. No one can abandon that. Tatari was waiting for me. How foolish. Shiki just defeated you yesterday and you still appear? If you can't wait until tomorrow, I will defeat you here. That is a matter of if I lose. Right now I could dispose of you with one bite. I will obtain your brain for my purposes. Don't underestimate me. Don't think you can beat me so easily. Just right away. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Oh my god, just Sion by herself. I don't think we've ever had this scenario where it's like just Sion straight by herself. Shiki has always showed up again. Like, oh my god. This is fucked. I don't like it. And Sion, I noticed, is the only one who loses vital source from dashing, which is annoying. Just jump. Oh! I forgot he comes back. Should have just held back. Son of a bitch. Dude, it's just silent, dude. Oh my god, this route is so sad. How's it sadder than the last one? God damn it. What the fuck? You just spamming snakes? You son of a bitch? Well, I did a couple inputs, but they're not doing shit for me. Oh, fuck. Should have waited until super. Let's wait for him to approach. It's a good low. It's hella good low, but... There you go. Oh my god. Dude, this is fucked. This is legit kind of scary. Oh my god. Dude, he's a... Dude. Stop spamming! You bitch. You bitch you. Ooh, okay. Okay, focus, focus, focus. Let's keep blocking. Just keep blocking. Oh my god, I almost fucked that up so bad. Oh my god. I can get the super off. Here we go. Oh my god, no, that was just EX. Oh, that was just EXC. God damn it. Oh, that wasn't half circle. God damn it. My inputs are so trash. Dude, just the wind and his laughter. I fucking... Oh my god. And also, like, from what I see of the routes, like, I don't think it matters if I win here. I might have mentioned this already. I don't know. I'm so thrown off by this fight. Like, narratively as well. Like, fuck, man. I think this is the most impactful so far, like, narratively, to me. Like, this is just... God, just empty. I hate this outcome so much. Like, way worse than the last one. Because, like, it's made worse by the fact that Shiki won somehow. Like, even as much as she regretted it in the last route, it made her, like, really want that friendship. And losing it in these circumstances is way worse than the fact that she never really knew it before. Oh my god, he parried me! I got a full combo off it. You bitch. Okay. Got tech midair and got him coming down. Okay. There really needs to be a timer on these fights. Actually, that would have fucked me, so never mind. Man, he's so good at blocking. And he's just using... God, what the fuck? Eto, go away. You were so cool in Kagetsu Toya and Blessed Disc. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Dude. It's duckable. That's not. I can whiff punish him a lot by doing that. Yeah, like when he sends shit out and just sweep him like that. Like he is super. He has to really commit to what he does. I noticed that. Like what he does is very strong and very unorthodox, but he's pretty unsafe. But still, it's really fucking strong. Like his utility is like, look at this. He's zoning me the fuck out. If there was a timer, I'd be fucked. Forward C is hella good, but he just blocks everything, man. I guess it's pretty telegraphed, but... See, I can keep punishing him for that. I have to, like, chip at him is the problem. Because look at that, I'm so dead. Super! Ooh, I did it! Oh, fuck, I did it. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so close, I'm so close. Come on. Almost beat him. Punish him. Yes, I got him while he was sending the bird. Fuck yeah, I did it. I had to get in fighting game mode at the end, but yeah, I think it literally does not affect this outcome. Which is even more depressing to add on to it, so... You fought well, Sion Eltnum, but that is as far as you go. No matter how hard you work your mind, your body is at its limit, is it not? Farewell. Your fruitless effort was much appreciated. I'm losing consciousness. Yeah, it didn't even matter. God damn it. Oh, fuck this shit, dude. This is way worse. I'm gonna have to title this one Even Worse Outcome. Or just go full dum-dum and say worser outcome. This is the end. This is where I end. Nah, Shiki's about to show up, right? Right? I should have no regrets, because I finally found the answer I was looking for after all my calculations. Oh my god, the answer to herself? Oh my god. Dude, oh my god. Fuck this game, dude. Oh my god, yes, the knife. Dude, he came. He came.